Yes, so a lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are looking for a way where there is no way. I was looking at the news yesterday and I was listening to some really fine small business owners talking about what used to be a joy is now turned into this tremendous work against the odds. So you want to take the odds that are against you and rather look at them as they're against you. Look for the answer within the trauma. The answer is in the trauma. Many times people think that the answer is in the happy times. The answer is not in the happy times. Because I promise you, when you are in the happy times, you are rocking and rolling. You are not thinking about anything. You're kind of out there doing your thing, in your flow, having a good time. You don't really start thinking about the bad times. We don't really think like that. When you get in the midst of these kinds of times actually reveal to you what you need to win. And it's going to look like a problem. I'm saying stop calling it a problem. Start looking at it as the access to what you need. So let's say, I'm not making enough money. In fact, I got to go on unemployment. Or I've used up my relief check and I'm a small business person. I don't know how I'm going to make it. Move it from I don't know how I'm going to make it to I'm going to determine and get clear about my next steps, and I will make it. It's the intention that has you win. It's not the circumstances that destroy you. It's what's going on in between these two ears. What you're saying to yourself about the circumstances begins and ends your success. People who are successful in the tough times really do discipline how they think about what they do. So what would I do? I get out a pad of paper and I write that fear down on a pad of paper. That's how I deal with my fears. I write the fear down on a pad of paper. And the fear is usually something like, I don't know if I can do this. You write that down. And then you look at that. What is the this that I don't know how to do? Well, I don't know how to manage that software program. Usually my people do that. Okay, do I need to manage that? Or is there somebody within my circle of friends that can do it? And I write that down. And then I look at, well, wait a minute. Maybe I don't need to be working on that at all. Maybe I don't need to be working on the software. Maybe I need to get on the internet and start creating a message about this is my business. This is what I'm up to. Is there anyone out there that can support the future that I'm building? You start to put down actions that you're willing to take to disrupt the fear, because the fear is not real. The only fear that you need to be worried about is if someone's got a gun against your head. You better take action. You better be thinking about what you're going to do, and you better be afraid, because that fear will save your life. But this fear is not that kind of fear. This is a fear of the unknown. To get it out of the realm of the unknown, you start to confront what are you actually worried about, and then find the person or the resource that will help you navigate through that quickly and with power. So if you got a concern about money or concern about how you're going to make your rent, you get in communication with the people out there that know something about that. Maybe you can contact your local people with the rent assistance. If you're worried about your business, maybe you go back to your bank and say, what's available out there, and you apply again. You do whatever it takes. And what I mean by that, be unstoppable. Do not give in to the reasons why you cannot make it. That is noise between these two ears. There is always an answer to your dilemma, and it's readily available to you. If you make up your mind, you're going to win. Now, making up your mind you're going to win is not a resolve. It's not about being resolved. It's about confronting, you're going to do it no matter what. It's got to get like that I'm going to do whatever it takes. If you say to yourself, I'm going to do what it takes, and there's a question in your mind about it, it's not going to happen. You got to work yourself through this thing and find out, what are you really afraid of? Well, I might make a jerk of myself. Or what if I'm not able to do this because I don't have the expertise? Or what if? The what ifs are stopping you. You don't want a fantasy or a superstition to stop you. You just want to get in action. You start reaching out to people out there. How do I get a trademark for my product? What's a good way for me to market what I'm doing, even though my store is closed? What's a good way for me to spin off into another possible business that can subsidize me until I'm able to open my doors? Who do I need to speak to that has direct access to money, that would be willing to gift me with money? Not, maybe you don't want to be paying back anybody. Make a request. Would you be willing to give me a grant for this? And these are the people I'm going to impact. It's all about using your imagination and be unwilling to be stopped by any noise.